There's a form called FAFSA that prospective college students fill out if they want to be considered for federal student aid dollars. And over the last year, more than 56,000 students identified as homeless on the FAFSA form. But even that number is likely a big understatement because it doesn't include people who are homeless but could not verify homelessness as required by the FAFSA form. It doesn't include people who, for whatever reason, are homeless but never filled out the FAFSA form at all. And it doesn't include those who are intermittently homeless during college, maybe not at the time that they fill out the form, but later during the year they become homeless. So we talk about the problem of income and class mobility in the United States, really the problem of lack of income and class mobility. Higher education is actually one of the ways that people can rise up beyond their means that they were born into. So we should be going out of our way to ensure that if you've done the right things, if you have been able to get into college, if you aren't homeless and can actually focus on going to school and getting your degree, that you should be able to do that as opposed to suffering from this intermittent or persistent homelessness that college students are allowed to fall into. This is an absolute ethical, moral crisis that we have.
Yeah, a country at our level of development, it just really should not be happening. And I don't think this is a problem you'll see in maybe any other country at our level of development with, at least that I would say with equal or better social development.
Well, Washington Democratic Senator Patty Murray introduced legislation which hopefully will fix some of the issues here. And among other things, and this is a really big thing, the legislation that Patty Murray proposed would ask colleges to improve outreach to high school students who fit certain descriptions of students likely to be homeless or at risk to be homeless. And in addition to that, you have to make it easier to verify homelessness. That's a problem with these FAFSA forms. And also, during summer breaks and sort of the January break, typically dorms are closed. You have to allow students to stay in the dorms. Why would you say, hey, great freshman year, we'll see you in sophomore year. Good luck finding housing during the summer. And I know people, Lewis, who had trouble during the breaks. Sometimes it wasn't homelessness per se, but it was their family was in transition, for example, or there were family financial issues and the home that they would have to go back to during the summer really didn't have room for them, right? They would have been sharing a room with 3 other people or whatever. If schools just let the students stay in the dorms during January, during winter break, and during summer break, that would also reduce the number of homeless college students drastically. That's a must do.
And that's something that they don't want to spend the money on. And yeah, it's ridiculous. I mean, why should they not be able to stay? We're talking 2 months here. What's the big deal?
Remember that Democrats and Republicans, very similar on many issues, but we do have one party which thinks it is moral or ethical or whatever to say people don't deserve health care unless they can pay for it. We have a group that says people don't deserve educations or even housing unless they've gone through what we've arbitrarily determined are the right steps to earn that. This is a real problem. This is a difference between Democrats and Republicans, and we shouldn't forget that.